So I'm at the grocery store. Also, welcome back to the vlog. If this is the beginning of a new vlog, I'm just going to assume this is the beginning of a new vlog. I'm at the grocery store. We have a sample day tomorrow, and so I'm getting something. So I'm walking through the ice cream aisle because I had to get some zero sugar Hershey's syrup because we're making like a coffee frappuccino thing with whipped cream and syrup. Oh, that reminds me. I'm so glad I said that out loud because I forgot to write down whipped cream on my list, but I need to get it. Anyway, walking through the ice cream aisle. Y'all, what I would give. Oh my gosh. What I would give. How many of these things that I'm like dying for am I not even going to eat after I compete? Like, I don't know if I'm going to compete, like if, when, whatever, I'm going to continue to compete this year. I'm sure I am, just because I just feel like if/when I kill it at the Arnold, I'm going to feel like I need to put this routine and this physique on stage again. Anyway, I do know that I'm not going to be in prep right away. This poor child, this poor mom has 3 children with her, 2 of them are crying. Anyway, I do know that I will not be back in prep right away. And I wonder how many things I'm actually going to eat during that however long. I'm definitely going to go to Crumble. Definitely going to go to this place called Milk and Cookies, which is near us. I have a gift card for it. Am I going to come get that ice cream? Probably not. Am I going to... I don't know. What else have I been craving? I don't know. I'm definitely going to have a cinnamon roll. Where's the Ready Whip up in this joint? I'm just interested. I'll take y'all along with me to see what I actually decide to eat in my little off season after the Arnold. 5.5 minutes. Okay. Still Monday. I'm literally just sitting in the bathroom because this is where I am. So, as you saw in the last clip, I did 5.5 minutes of cardio. So my total today is 38 minutes, not including my routine, which was only another 40 minutes. That's not really even close. I mean, technically, I'm only 20 minutes shy, but I also did not lift today. And I'm just extremely frustrated, and it's nobody's fault. It's just the way the cookie crumbles when you're in prep with a young child. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. It's not that big of a deal, but it feels like a big deal this close to the show. Like, and this is so stupid. Like, you don't need to be comparing to other people, but I like happen to know at least 2 other people are doing 2 hours of cardio a day. And again, it's not a comparison. It doesn't matter. Maybe they're eating more than I am. Maybe they have more fat. It literally doesn't matter. But it's frustrating to me to feel like you're not even doing the bare minimum. And again, it's like only a couple days. Like when we were in Bakersfield yesterday, like I didn't get to do a full hour of cardio. I did my leg day, but I didn't get to do a full hour of cardio. I did 30 minutes on the stairs. I showed that in the reel that I posted. Like, it's been like 3 or 4 days in a row that I haven't been able to finish all of my cardio, and it's so unbelievably frustrating because, again, there's also a couple of these days that I'm not even lifting. So it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And again, it's nobody's fault. Like, and that's like why I'm in here. I'm not complaining about this on camera in front of Reagan. But like, I was about to go do an hour in our apartment gym. First off, it took me, my phone died, every device died, and I was just like, I have to get these devices charged, at least one device charged for her. Like, I don't mind powering through dead silence or listening to the background noise of her iPad, but I'm not going to make her come sit in the gym with me with nothing to watch or nothing to do. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to get these devices charged. So we wait 20 minutes at home. So now it's 7:20. And then I have to wait for Ruben to be ready to go to the gym because my car is parked behind his. We have tandem parking. My car is parked behind his. I normally walk to the gym. So if I leave and walk to the gym, well, now I'm blocking Ruben in. So now I have to wait. Ruben, are you almost ready? And he wasn't originally supposed to be on my timeline. And he was almost ready, but like he was never supposed to be worried about when I was leaving. So now I feel bad. Again, she didn't make me feel this way, but I just personally now feel bad because I feel like I'm rushing Ruben because I want to get out of the house. I am in a rush. So then I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just drive down to the gym, like down to the office, so I can just move my car out of your way, but I can also go. Like, I don't have to wait for you to be ready. Well, we drive down to the office. There's no open parking spots. So then I'm like, well, there's like someone's reserved parking spot. So I'm like thinking, okay, what if I just park in this person's spot? I'll leave a note that says like, hey, I'm in the gym. Please don't tow me because we like have reserved parking. And if somebody's parking in your spot, you can call and have them towed. So I'm like, I'll leave a note on my car. Hey, please don't tow me. I'm in the gym. Just call or text me. I will come out right away. But I'm just like, you know what? I just really I don't have the mental capacity to maybe get towed tonight. I will lose it if my car gets towed. This person doesn't see the note, or they just feel like being petty. Like I will have a mental breakdown if I get towed tonight. So no, I go back. Ruben's gone at this point. So I'm like, okay, great. We park, we do this, we walk to the gym. Now at this point, it's damn near 8 p.m. And I'm like, I gotta do an hour of cardio. I wanted to come home and pose after. Like, I'm not gonna be in bed. I have to train early in the morning, and I have to get to the gym early because we have an event thing going on. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, my head is spinning. We get there, so I'm like, whatever, Andrea, who cares? 5.5 minutes in, Reagan is hungry. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's not Reagan's prep. I'm not gonna make her sit and wait. My 4-year-old is hungry. It's almost 8 p.m. She needs to eat. I should have thought about that when I was charging devices. I should have fed her. I just didn't think about it because I just didn't think about it. I just did not think about it. But I'm not going to make her wait through my cardio if she's hungry. So, packed the whole family back up. And now we're at home. And I just heard the air fryer go off with her food. So now I am just extremely frustrated, again, just with the situation of the yoga class not being done when it was supposed to be done today. So then I'm sitting there waiting for yoga to end before I can do my routine. So I'm just wasting these minutes in kids club, basically. I have 2 hours max at the gym at kids club. And for the first 15 minutes, I just had to sit and wait for an open space because they went overtime. So I'm irritated with that. And then again, it's just like thing on top of thing on top of thing. None of these things would have mattered on their own. But it's just like, this close to the show, I just really feel frustrated that I just feel like I'm wasting time, and I feel like everybody else's foot is going to the gas and everybody else is digging 1% deeper and doing 1% more, and I feel like I'm doing 5% less every single day. And it's like not anybody's fault. It's just what it is. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go feed my daughter and maybe set an alarm to try to do cardio before I train tomorrow. Probably not gonna happen because we all know what happens. Andrea's alarm goes off and she decides I can just do this later. But the last few days have proven that I cannot do it later. So I think I'm going to be doing an hour of cardio at 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for listening to me. 8 minutes of almost crying, but holding my shit together. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is the whatever day, 18th. Headed to train. You know what it is on Tuesday mornings. I am so irritated with myself. I mean, I can figure out a solution. I guess I can ask my mom if she can pick up Reagan from school. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking about when I set this posing time with Sydney. But my posing time is set for literally the time that every single day I am sitting at the school waiting to pick up Reagan. Every single day. No matter what. I am at the school at this time waiting to pick up Reagan. It's like, I'm like thinking, did I think the time difference was only 2 hours instead of 3 hours? What was I thinking about when this is the time that I asked for? So anyway, now Ruben has work, so I need to see if my mom can pick up Reagan from school. She already drops off Reagan to school on Tuesdays, so I'm hoping that she can pick her up today. Otherwise, I gotta cancel / hopefully postpone my posing, which sucks because obviously this is like supposed to be my last virtual posing session before I'm gonna, before Columbus. So anyway, I was like looking at my calendar. I'm like, why does it say 2 p.m.? That's weird. Like, I don't do anything at 2 p.m. but pick up Reagan from school. Anyway, because I'm thinking like, I know at some point I was like, okay, well, I can pose and then immediately go get Reagan. But maybe if it was at 1:30 and I ended at 2, because Reagan's not out of school technically yet. Reagan's not out of school at 2. I'm just always there at that time. It's a little bit early. I'm like, no, because if I pose at 2, I will miss pickup. I don't know. Anyway, my mood is only slightly recovered from last night. Of course, I did set my alarm for 3 o'clock. I'm like, I'm gonna do cardio. Actually, no, I didn't. When I got in bed, I thought about it, and I was like, Andrea, you're not gonna do it, so you might as well just have uninterrupted sleep. Because it was pretty late by the time we actually were in bed, by the time I fed Reagan and like did everything. So I did pose last night while I was feeding her, like while she was eating. So that was good, but I mean, the scale's not moving. It has not moved in the last 5 days, which is kind of concerning because yes, my body is looking good, but I don't feel like it's looking better. And the scale is not moving. And I think that the scale is not moving because my activity has significantly dropped. Because again, I mean, y'all have heard me say on the last however many vlogs, okay, I'm going to do this much and then I'm going to come back later. Okay, I'm going to do this much and then I'm going to come back later. I mean, I have not a single time come back later to finish any cardio. I have not even hit a single hour of cardio in the last 5 days. And I'm supposed to be doing, and before that, previously, I was doing like 1 hour and 20 every single day. So I'm just like frustrated because like I said yesterday, I just feel like people are gaining ground on me. I feel like I was looking and feeling really good. And I do feel like I still look good, but I just don't feel like I look as good as I should. Like, I don't feel like I look as good as I would if I would have been doing 1 hour to 1 hour and 20 of cardio the last 5 days instead of 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So I'm just frustrated by that, but I have to figure it out and get it done. I don't know. I am running the risk of coming to the gym fasted / with my coffee and protein shake and with no meals. Now, remember last time I was like, I was passed out while I was training. I did bring the rest of this protein shake though, because like I actually technically have 2 protein shakes on my meal plan. So I just brought the rest of this protein shake so that if I need to have more protein shake, I can. But I just didn't feel like, I don't know why I didn't bring a meal. I just felt like I didn't need one. To be honest, I think I just like want to condense my meals because I was really hungry yesterday. So anyway, I don't know. I'm just rambling and just talking, so I have nothing else to talk about. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hello, everybody. So it's Tuesday. So I don't think I ever came back and said, my mom said she could pick up Reagan from school. So she's going to pick her up so that I can pose. I just got off the treadmill. I was on it for 30 minutes. I just did like kind of a walk jog, like nothing crazy intense. My heart rate went up to about 155. So, you know, it did go up, but I also was doing a lot of walking as well. But okay. So I was watching Ash Cheek's video, and it's just so strange because I feel like we all kind of go through like the same phases in our preps. And so one thing she was saying was like, you know, she tries to stay off of social media a lot, especially during prep, because she gets in her head and she's like, you know, I start seeing other competitors and I'm wondering like, are they eating less carbs than I am? Are they doing more cardio than I am? And I literally was like, SOS, because last night I was literally in tears because I haven't finished my cardio. And I'm like, other people are doing more cardio than me, like feeling like people were closing in on me because they were doing more than I was. And of course that was like, not just because of other people doing more, but because I was like, I am doing less than I should be doing. So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting timing because I was like, yeah, actually I completely uninstalled Instagram. And I still see some content. I'm still on Facebook, and then, you know, sometimes people send me stuff, and so I still see some stuff. But anyway, I don't even remember why I was saying that. I was just acknowledging that literally last night I was almost in tears, kind of over the comparison game. And she was saying like, yeah, I stay off of social media because I tend to start comparing and getting worried about what other people are doing. So anyway, I just did 30 minutes on the treadmill. I am posing with Sydney in about an hour. So I'm going to pose a little bit, just set this on my car. I'm going to pose a little bit on my own. I'm going to eat a meal. I just had a protein shake this morning, but I survived. I had a lot of water.
We have like a lot of fun stuff going on in the gym, so I think my energy was just high. Sorry, my earbud's like about to fall out. We had a lot of stuff going on in the gym, so my energy, I think, was just high because of what we were doing, so I didn't have to focus on being hungry. Let's see. Okay, there is one other thing that I keep forgetting to talk about. It's now been like 3 videos since this comment was left, but again, Ash Cheeks was kind of talking about it on her video, so I was like, oh, I gotta talk about that. Adele, I think it's Adele Diaz, I think it's you, I don't know, left a comment and asked me if my training intensity goes down when my calories are super low. And so I am going to talk about that, not right now because I'm like sitting outside of my apartment. I want to go in and eat and pose, but I am going to talk about that in this video. Hopefully in the next clip, but we're going to find out. Y'all, I am going to be so sore tomorrow. I just posed with Sydney. Sorry, I'm trying to find my sunglasses. I feel like I'm sitting on them. I don't know where they are. Maybe they're inside anyway. I just posed with Sydney. Last time, remember, I was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. You know, she said that my posing looked really good and all that stuff. Well, this time, she actually said my mandatory. She said, dare I say perfect? What I'm talking about, because I've been practicing. She said my mandatories were so good. She had no fixes for them. So we practiced my routine for a little bit, just making like small changes, like the angle that I'm doing stuff and like working on my face. Like that's something that she does with me. Like it's so funny because there's like one transition that I do. And sometimes when I do it, I smile. And sometimes when I do it, I like go like that. And she's like, okay, what are we doing with the face? Because you've done it different every time. And I'm like, actually, I need to think about how I'm breathing because my face currently is dictated by how I'm breathing. And so we just talked about how I'm going to breathe and, you know, what I'm going to do with my face at that point. So anyway, but because we got done with all of that so early, she's like, now we got time to condition. And I said, oh no, y'all, we did like 4 rounds of quarters in a row. I don't think y'all realize how much that is. In a row. She's like, okay, you're going to be dead center. You're going to be off. You're going to be off, like off left, off right. And you're going to be center. Like, so she's telling me, okay, you're number 8. So she's like holding it, and I'm holding it for a long time. Y'all, the call cut off, actually. I saw it pause, and I wasn't sure, like, what was happening. So I just held the pose, and I just held it, and I just held it. And then she, like, came back on. She's like, oh, you're still holding it? I said, yes, I didn't know what was happening. So I'm holding it. She's like, okay, good job. Quarter turn right. So I do the quarter. She's like, okay, 8, switch to so-and-so. So then I move off to the side. She's like, okay, let's practice your angles. So I do that. And then we do the round of quarters. Okay, switch with this. Go back center. Okay, go back to the other side. Y'all, I was sweating. I'm literally still, like, sore. Like burning, and it's been a solid 10 minutes. I told my mom I'll be there in 20 minutes because I needed to rest, and I didn't rest long enough. So anyway, now I'm picking up Reagan because my mom, like I said, picked up Reagan from school today. Sorry, I'm being nosy with the neighbors. They got police from their house. Oh, there's lots of police up there. So I'm being super nosy. Anyway, picking up Reagan. I already did 30 minutes on the treadmill. Now I am about to go to boot camp. It's core strength and conditioning, so it's really only half cardio. So I am still going to do another 30 minutes at Powerhouse. Just because, again, like I said, boot camp is 45 minutes, but realistically, it's only a 30-minute workout. And today, specifically, half of that 30 minutes is core strength. It's abs. And then the other half is cardio. So it's like I'm not really getting, and especially because it's not even alternating. Like sometimes these workouts are like a cardio exercise, a core exercise, a cardio exercise, a core exercise. So you are still like keeping your heart rate up the whole time. Today's format, you do half of your workout on the strength side and half of your workout on the cardio side. So once I'm done with the cardio side, my heart's going to come down. It's going to stay down. So like I said, I am going to still go to Powerhouse and do at least 30 more minutes. And then I told Ruben, I said, I want to get in the hot tub tonight. Like I've been in our hotel gym 2 days in a row, and our hotel gym is right by, you know, it's by the office, by the pool. And I'm like, I'm just like looking at that hot tub. It like looks bubbly and steamy. Like I can see the steam coming out of it. I'm like, it just looks so nice. I feel like Ash Cheeks. I'm like, I'm going to go in the hot tub and then go in the pool, cold plunge. I'm not going to do that. You would have to pay me money to cold plunge without some, like there needs to be an incentive, and feeling better is not one of them. Anyway, I'm here to pick up my daughter, and I'm going to talk about training intensity.
What's up, guys? It's me and Arnold, and we are leaving Grandma.
We're leaving Grandma's.
And then we're going to boot camp.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Then
I love my mommy. Mommy is sweet.
Oh, Mommy is sweet. Okay,
and then my mommy's, her smells like roses.
I smell like roses. Okay.
What?
First,
The heck?
new ghost flavor. I don't think it's new.
Mommy.
Phase Up, Faze,
What's this
and it
love?
has some sort of logo with lemons and lime, so I assume it's going to be like the citrus flavor. Oh, that's good. That's better than the citrus flavor. It's like more potent. It tastes like, I mean, pretty much every other lemon lime flavor beverage, but it's like a strong, like it's a good tart flavor. That's pretty good. I just randomly got this at grocery outlet because I had never seen this flavor before, and they were like 99 cents. So I was like, A little worried because, you know, the 99-cent ones, I'm like, okay, that means these didn't sell anywhere. But that's pretty good. I need an energy drink today. Your girl is tired. Woke up early.
Cookie Monster.
Didn't get a lot of sleep.
Me want cookie.
Trained all morning long. Came home. Did 30 minutes of cardio. Then took a hard nap, 40 minutes. And then posed with Sydney, which nearly wrecked me. And now I'm up and I gotta go to boot camp and I'm kind of running late. I mean, if it were like a different time of day, I wouldn't be running late, but I just know there's like kind of traffic at this time. Anyway, okay, Reagan, can you please stop? Okay, so training intensity. Does my training intensity reduce as I get deeper into prep, as my food lowers? To be honest, not really. So I use an app called Strong where I track every single weight of every single exercise that I do. Like I put on there, maybe I'll put like a screen recording of it in here. Like I put in there the exercise, I add every set, the weights that I use, the reps that I did, I can add rest timers, like it guides my workout, right? And so that's how I like know what exercises I do on what days and what weight I did last time, and it tells me like what my PRs were, like what my history was. Like I can click on an exercise and it will tell me every single workout that I've done that exercise on, or every single workout that I've done that exercise in. I can name my workouts. Like sometimes, like when I was in Bakersfield, I put like body exchange leg day, or like the only ones I don't track my burn boot camp lifts because I'm not going to be in the middle of boot camp like typing in exercises and weights, and I don't track like when I go to Ruben's gym, like if I'm working out with Ruben training me, I don't track that just because, again, it's just too much. But in general, like if I'm working out by myself, I'm tracking it. So anyway, all that to say is I use that to tell me which weights to put on, like to pick up for whatever certain exercise. Okay, leg extension, I do that with this amount of weight. Okay, that's where I start. Now, and it will tell me how many reps I did it for, right? So the goal is to do whatever I did last time, or more. So let's say on leg extension, I'm doing like 15 reps at 40 pounds. I do single leg extensions. 15 reps at 40 pounds. Now, if I put on 40 pounds and I'm like, you know, getting to 15 reps at RPE 9 or 10, then great. I continue to do that. I continue to do that until I get to 15 reps and I'm at RPE 6 or 7. And then if I get to 15 reps and it's not that hard for me, then I'll increase the weight and keep doing, you know, whatever my rep goal is, right? So I usually get a rep range. I do the rep range. I do whatever weight I can do for like the lowest rep range or the lowest rep goal of the rep range, and I keep doing that same weight until I can do that same weight for the highest goal in the rep range, and then I rinse and repeat. I go heavier until I'm back up to the top of that. So anyway, all that to say is sometimes I have to adjust the weight or the reps based on that day. If I'm like just really tired that day and I'm like, man, I did this for like with 30 pounds. I did this Arnold press with 30-pound dumbbells last week and I can barely move the 30s today. Like, okay, well today I'm going to go to 20s or 25. But in general, I look at the thing, it tells me which weights to pick up, and that's what I do. And like I said, as long as I'm in that RPE 8, 9, or 10, then that's what I do. Again, sometimes that requires me to go lighter. But in general, to be honest, I haven't lost a lot of strength during this prep. And I think that's also maybe unique to fitness because we're not just building like a shape. I have to physically be able to do skills. So I think that does have a lot to do with like how I maintain my strength. Because like I said, I only do leg day once, but I mean, our routines are a lot of legs. I only do chest once, but I do a lot of push-ups when I'm doing my routine stuff. I obviously do back and shoulders multiple times a week, so those are staying strong. Like, yes, the food's going down, but the training intensity, like I said, sometimes the weight is going down, but in general, the RPE is staying the same. So anyway, I kind of feel like that was repetitive, but hopefully you guys get the point. I'm not like working any less just because the food is down. I'm still like leaving a workout feeling like, wow, that was really good. I'm never leaving a workout like, unless I'm having a deload week, like, okay, I just need to recover this week. Like sometimes I do that, like, okay, I just need to like come in and get a pump and not try to kill myself. Then I'm chasing like it closer to an RPE like 6 or 7. But in general, like my workouts are trying to stay around RPE 8, 9, or 10. Okay, I do have one other thing to say about it. Like another thing that I focus on, or like that I think about in my workouts and the way that my workouts are like framed, written, whatever. And I've actually talked about this at boot camp before. Is like there's different energy pathways, and now I'm getting into like my personal expertise as a personal trainer, there's different energy pathways in our bodies, right? We have anaerobic fitness, we have aerobic fitness. And so a lot of people think of aerobic just specifically as like your cardio conditioning, but aerobic is just, it actually has to do with oxygen. So that also includes oxygen getting to your muscles. So that's any type of endurance training, including muscular endurance. So there are some days, like I've mentioned on my back and shoulders, I have like one back and shoulders that's heavy back and like lighter shoulders. And then I have another one that's heavy shoulders and moderate back. And then I have one that's like kind of both. Well, I kind of got rid of the one that's kind of both. But one thing like that is important, or like that I think about when I'm training, that I program, is that not every single assessment of my RPE is going to be based on how I feel or how much burning there is, right? So on those lower rep exercises where we're using anaerobic energy, we're not using like oxygenated energy, we're just using power, you're not going to feel a burn. Just because you're not going to necessarily feel the muscle, right? Just because like, I'm just thinking of like a deadlift, right? Okay, think about a 1 rep max deadlift. This is my max PR deadlift. I'm not going to be burning through my glutes. I'm not going to be burning through my lower back. Like I'm going to be struggling to do the rep, but then the rep is, and I'm going to have nothing left after that. It's a 1 rep max, but there's not going to be a burning sensation because it's not a long sustained effort. But if I'm doing, let's say a lateral raise with light weights and I'm doing 20 reps, that is aerobic energy because we're getting oxygen to the muscle because I'm trying to sustain that energy. I'm doing 20 reps. Like I'm going to start burning halfway through. And the goal is to be able to maintain that, right? So I'm going, and I'm feeling a burn. So getting to like failure on a lower weight, higher rep exercise and getting to like RPE 9, RPE 10, you are going to physically feel the burn in that muscle. But in your heavier exercises, like in my heavier exercises, getting to RPE 10 does not necessarily mean feeling that muscle the same as I would on like my leg extensions. I don't do heavy leg extensions. I do leg extensions for a burn. That one, RPE 10, is not necessarily going to be when you feel the fire, the heat in your muscles. It's just going to be when you physically don't have enough power to do it. So anyway, all that to say is that the intensity never changes. I'm always chasing an RPE 8, 9, or 10. Again, unless I'm actively choosing to have a deload or a recovery week. But the energy pathway that I use or the energy pathway that I use or how much weight or how many reps it takes to get there, that is what varies. Okay, I'm at boot camp. Of course I'm late. So I'll see you guys later. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's the whatever day. 19th. Y'all, we're in single digits. Holy smokes. Aurelia. Oh my God. One more time. Oh my God. How are we in single digits? I'm freaking out. I am freaking out. Not in a bad way. Like, I feel good. But like also we're 9 days out from the Arnold Classic. Like, look at me. What is this? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Why am I giggling so much? Okay. However, the scale's irritating me. I already know why. Like, I'm PMSing. I'm like 3 days out from my period. I have only pooped once in the last like 72 hours. My body looks good. I took photos this morning. I take photos every morning. But I'm like, okay, scale, like, can you do the damn thing? I went to bed at 135.5 last night. I just knew 135.5. I'm definitely going to be in the 133s, at least 133.9 by tomorrow. Like, it's only a pound and a half overnight. Y'all, it was 134.7. I had a fit this morning when I got on that scale and it said 134.7. 0.7, that's how much weight I lost? 0.8 overnight. I usually lose at least a pound overnight. We are stopping my water a little earlier, so maybe that's why, just because like I'm not going to bed with as much water in my body, so I'm just not losing as much water in the morning. I don't know. Again, it's just the scale. Ultimately, it only matters what you look like. They're not putting you on a scale before you get on stage. But also the scale is an indicator of what's going on in your body. So like, that's why it's irritating me, because I'm like, there's something happening that there's something going on. And right now I can feel that it's in my like digestive tract, which is it's problematic for me because of the waistline. Like I just posed yesterday with Sydney. I already told you guys that. Her only critique was, you got to keep that belly button pulled all the way into your spine. You got to pull the belly button in. You got to pull the belly button in. On my side poses, that literally her only critique was on my side poses. My belly button needs to be pulled in. I need to be able to see your ribs. She's like, pull them in. Pull it in. Pull it in. Pull it in. I need your ribs. I need your ribs. I need your ribs. But like, girl, if there's 6 days worth of food in there, they're not going in. The belly button's not going in. The ribs are not visible. So that's just like, that's the only thing. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Everything I told you I was going to do yesterday after boot camp, we didn't do any of it, I don't think. I don't remember what I told you, but I do know I said I was going to Powerhouse to do this and to hit a little back. I think I said I was going to hit a little back and do a little bit more cardio and work on some skills. We did nothing. I took Reagan to Taco Bell and then called Ruben, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just at home doing this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, we're coming home. I said, I've done enough cardio. I've done enough. Today is normally a skill day only. I was going to like do a makeup back day and I didn't do it. And I know y'all, you don't have to say like, Andrea, weren't you literally just complaining about whatever? Yeah, I was complaining about cardio. To be honest, I'm not really concerned about missing lifting days. Like, not that I'm trying to miss them, but like, I don't need to make up my lifting days. The only reason I was going to do it is because I had time and I had a little bit of energy. But honestly, we went home, I ate a meal, and we took the family down to the hot tub by the office, and it was glorious. It was so needed. It was needed more than another 30 minutes of cardio. It was needed more than a makeup back session. It was needed more than a skills night. Like the hot tub, I mentally and physically needed that hot tub. There were other people in there, so Ruben was, of course, chatting. Some little teenage girl was like, can I ask you for advice? Because, of course, obviously, Ruben told them, like, well, she's getting ready for the Arnold Classic. We're trainers, and so she's asking how to lose weight. Reagan loved it. Reagan loves a hot tub. Reagan loves a pool. Reagan's a water baby, even though she doesn't know how to swim. I got to teach her how to swim because she believes she knows how to swim. I'm like, that can get very dangerous if you think you know how to swim, but you don't know how to swim. So she wears a little life vest. Anyway, Reagan had the time of her life splashing around in that 1,000,000,000-degree hot tub. We came home. I'm like, okay, get undressed. We got to get in the shower. Her face was so red, y'all. You would have thought she was out in the sun for 6 hours. She's so cute when she's like a little bit red. Anyway, I needed to not go to Powerhouse last night and to do the hot tub instead, because I feel well rested, even though I didn't poop. But was Powerhouse gonna help me poop? No. I feel like I needed that. So anyway, we're 9 days out. It's Wednesday. I leave in less than a week. Oh my God. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do today, and this is gonna be the last time I talk on this vlog until maybe I'm at the gym. I do have one like thing to talk about. Body image, so just in case I forget. I'm training too. I'm gonna go get Reagan from my mom's, take her to school, back and shoulders and cardio while Reagan's at school, pick her up from school, come train. That's my day. We'll see if something happens. My schedule gets changed. We'll see. Don't lock it in. SOS, you guys. I'm a ticking time bomb. We're in single digits, which I said that this morning. So Ruben leaked my photos, which I knew he would, right? We talked about it a couple videos ago. So a photo I took, I think now, 10 days ago. I don't know when it was. But a photo that I sent to like our little team group chat. He posted it today. He's like, you've been leaked. So anyway, all that to say is now my phone, it's not blowing up by any means, but I've gotten a couple messages from people who have seen it. And you know, obviously now I look in the gym, maybe not from this angle right now, but I just did back and shoulders and I just had a pump. So now people are talking to me in the gym and I literally just almost started crying. Just because someone literally said, you look good luck. Nothing. I'm like, thank you. I'm a mess. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about body image right now. Because I'm trying to push on cardio. That's all I wanted to say, but I'll come back and talk about it after. All right. doesn't seem like it's been that long to you guys because it was just the last clip. But it's been 40 minutes. I spent 40 minutes on the stairs. I did 2 of those 20-minute programs. Now I'm finishing 20 minutes on the treadmill. Anyway, so body image. I don't really have a lot to say about it, I think. Famous last words. But I was posing yesterday, and Reagan, as usual, was in my business. And I'll put the pictures in here just to show you guys like what she was doing. She's so funny. But anyway, I feel like it's important to say to somebody, to remind us like how important it is, like the way that we talk about or treat or both talk about and treat our bodies, especially in front of children, especially in front of young girls, is so important. Like Reagan knows I'm a bodybuilder, but she has no sense of like when I'm lean and when I'm not. She has no awareness of that because I don't talk about it. Like obviously me and Ruben do talk about bodybuilding, but we don't talk about my body getting lean or my body getting softer in any positive or negative ways in either direction. Our bodies are just our bodies. The way that we talk about bodies with Reagan is you work out, you're gonna be strong. That's it. You eat nutritious food, you eat protein, you eat fruits and vegetables, you're gonna be strong. And you can eat sweets, but not too many because they can give you cavities and they can make your tummy hurt. Like we don't even like, she watches some YouTube and they're like, oh, this is junk food. I don't even like to let her use terms like junk food because I don't want her to feel like there is food that, I don't want her to have a negative connotation with any food. I want her to know that the treat food, the prizes, she calls them prizes, are good and you can have them, but they're not necessarily going to make you stronger. And if you have too many of them, you can get cavities. That's the reality of it, right? I'm not going to make her feel bad for it, but I'm going to let her know the reality. Hey, if you eat too many gummy bears, you could get cavities and your tummy might hurt. If you want something sweet that might not give you cavities as much or might not make your tummy hurt, I can give you some watermelon. Oh, you want to get stronger? Okay, let's eat some eggs. Let's eat some chicken. What, you want to have better vision? Let's eat some, whatever it is. So anyway, I feel like a few weeks ago I talked about like, hey, the way that we talk about ourselves, the way that we treat ourselves is super important. And I was talking about it in the context of our own well-being. But just seeing Reagan around me while I'm literally posing in a swimsuit and checking out my body, and she is so completely unfazed by it, makes me feel really proud about the way that we are raising her to think about bodies and to view her own body. Like, she's so funny. Like, if you ask Reagan to flex, she's like, look how strong I am. Like, she's serious. And I love that for her. So this time the message is kind of in the context of how you impact other people. And it's not just children. Because I think that a lot of people, like even in YouTube, can not realize the way that you talk about yourself. You are, other people are catching strays, right? I remember seeing something that's like, oh, Taylor Swift isn't going to see the way you talk about her at football games or blah, 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 but like your teenage daughter will, or, it's just like that, right? Like if I'm constantly talking negatively on YouTube about, I don't know, whatever it is, my bushy eyebrows. I have thick eyebrows. Apparently people love them. I don't know. I need someone to fix them because they're uneven. Anyway, don't look at it. Anywho, if I'm constantly talking about, oh, I have bushy eyebrows in a negative way. Oh my gosh, I hate my bushy eyebrows. Oh my gosh, my eyebrows look so bushy. Oh my gosh, I need to get these thinned out because they are so bushy. Every single other person who watches my videos who has thick eyebrows, bushy eyebrows, is now gonna feel like I think negatively about their eyebrows too. I'm talking shit to you too, right? And so it's super duper important that just the way that we're talking about ourselves, we have to remember, like I just said it on that one video, like talk to yourself the way that you would talk to someone you love, because essentially you are talking to people that you love. When you're calling out your own flaws, you're calling out those same flaws on people that you love. And they can take that personally. So anyway, that's it. That was only 5 minutes. Love that for myself. I am just so excited. I have another shipment. I have my next shipment from Me Time Coffee because my last one ran out. She does offer subscriptions. I didn't sign up for the subscription because I feel like I need to be able to go like shop every time, like because I'm not getting the same flavor. And I don't know. I did not check at all. You guys don't quote me on this. Maybe Tony's going to be like, yeah, actually, every single month before it ships, it asks you if you want to change your product. I don't know. I know that I have a subscription. Oh, I don't. I canceled it. I had a subscription for Cream of Rice on Amazon, and they just say, hey, your thing's about to ship. And I mean, if you wanted to change it when you got that email, you better change it before they ship it out. But all that to say is I did not sign up for Tony's subscription, although it's a good idea, only because I want to be able to shop every month and like maybe buy something new, because I loved that espresso one, but I ordered the holiday one, like the Valentine one. It's like a berries and mocha. I don't know what it is, but it's something that sounded good, and it seemed like it was for a limited time because it was like her Valentine's Day drop. So I was like, I need to get this now. And then I eventually will get the vanilla one because it's vanilla. But like, as long as she's doing like these kind of seasonal ones, like I want to try the seasonal one. Vanilla's always going to be available, right? The espresso one, I assume, will always be available. So anyway, all that to say is I'm like 2.5 seconds away from home, and I cannot wait to heat up a meal. Thank God Ruben prepped for me because I don't have to cook anything. I have to put in the microwave for 45 seconds, heat up a meal, put my espresso on the stove because I told y'all I got that little espresso thing now. Amazing. And eat and relax for 2.5 seconds before I pick up Reagan from school. I'm going to change clothes because I also am sweaty. Y'all, Cupid's Brew, which is what this me time flavor is called. This goes so hard. So what I do is I like make it into an espresso shot. Well, like 3 espresso shots on my little stovetop espresso maker. And then I make chocolate protein, like 4 ounces of chocolate protein. And then I put the 3 shots of espresso. So it's like 4 ounces of protein, 3 ounces of espresso. And I put a little tiny bit of salt. The salt is where it's at. A little tiny bit of salt, and usually 1 Splenda depending on the protein that I'm using. Oh my goodness. It's like the fruity aftertaste. Oh my gosh. It's like a chocolate covered strawberry. It's not a strawberry. I think it maybe is raspberry. I don't know what it is. This is delicious. Tony has me out here doing the Cupid shuffle with this Cupid's Brew, y'all. This is so good. This is my favorite one. I've now had 3, just so y'all know. I've had 3 now of Tony's flavors. I've had the hazelnut one, I think, or pecan. I don't remember which one. I want to say it was hazelnut because it was a flavor that I got that I wouldn't typically get, that I was like, I think Ruben will like this, but I don't know that I'll like it. I got that one, and I liked it. Like, it was good, but it wasn't just my personal flavor preference. Then I got the espresso, the blonde espresso. Reagan, what's happening back there? Then I got the blonde espresso. The blonde espresso went pretty hard. Like, that, I had no complaints about it. Reagan, what's happening back there? 0 complaints about the blonde espresso. To be honest, I would have ordered the blonde espresso again if she didn't have the Cupid's Brew. And I just ordered the Cupid's Brew, and now I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm just going to run Cupid's Brew until she takes it off the site. This is fire. I don't know, actually, I probably will still get vanilla because I don't know that this is Ruben's flavor profile of choice. But this, yes, I think I'm going to rock for now with this, and either the blonde espresso, I forget what she calls it, Morning Glow, and then maybe the vanilla, because with the vanilla I can make like my little lavender latte, and like I said, this with my chocolate protein, oh my gosh, to die for. Cheers, y'all. Me time coffee. Tony, you're doing the damn thing. Happy Thursday, y'all. It is the 20th. So yesterday I was freaking out because we're in single digits. We're 9 days out yesterday. Today I'm freaking out because I don't know how to explain it. Like, we're within the same, I don't know, the same like set of 10. Like, it's the 20th. I compete on the 20th. Like, yesterday was the 19th. So the 28th sounded far away. Now it is the 20th. The 28th is like soon. I don't know. But we only have to change, like, only the second number is going to change. Let's see. I did not hit a new low today. However, this is the closest I've been to my low, which, to remind you, is 133.3. This is the closest I've been to my low since I hit that low, which now was like almost, I think, 10 days ago, which doesn't sound like a long time ago, but it feels like a long time ago. Like, when you weigh yourself multiple times a day, like 10 days ago, that was 30 times ago that I got on the scale. So anyway, 133.5, and I started my period today. It's so funny because I was literally like I said, 134. I've pretty much been 134.9, 134.7, 134.9, 134.5. Like, that's where I've been. And then, of course, like, start my period drops. Love that for myself. I did start a day early according to my app, so look at God looking out for me. He wants to make sure that I'm off this period, not only by the time I compete, but hopefully by the time I even leave for Columbus. It's Thursday. Like, I leave on Tuesday night. Amazing. amazing. So I feel like a lot better about that situation because there's nothing I can do about that. I don't know how much in depth I talked about it, but I was like a little worried, like, man, if I'm on my period or like if I don't start my period early enough, like I'm gonna be bloated. Like that just is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. Like you can do some things to try to control the water, but ultimately like Mother Nature is Mother Nature and there's just nothing you can do about that. So I'm like really glad that I started my period today. And like I said, I usually like once I start my period, I'm normally fine. But being off my period is even better just because the way that I feel, like it's going to be better to perform without having to worry about that. So anywho, 133.5 this morning. We're still doing the same stuff. Ruben did tell me this morning, no more carbs besides my veggies, which is fine. I was only eating 2 rice cakes a day. Seeing 2 rice cakes in my pre-workout meal, and everything else was protein or veg, which yes, vegetables are carbs, but in bodybuilding, for those who are not bodybuilders, and I don't know, I actually don't even know if this is all bodybuilders. I just assume this is all bodybuilders because this is how it's been with all 3 of the coaches I've ever had, 4 coaches I've ever had. When we say carbs, we're talking about starchy carbs and fruit. We're not talking about green vegetables. So anyway, all that to say is no more rice cakes, no more pineapple. I was eating pineapple the last few days. It's giving egg whites, green beans, asparagus, ground turkey. That's it. That's the end of the list, you guys. I know you're probably like waiting for a lot more food. That's it. That's all of it. But we're getting there, you know? So I feel really good. Y'all, I cracked. I uninstalled Instagram so that I, one, would not be tempted to post my stuff because y'all, your girl is tempted. If you saw my short on YouTube, you saw me putting those flashes of my physique. I can't help myself. I'm like Ruben, which I'll come back to in a second. I uninstalled Instagram so I wouldn't be tempted to post my own stuff, and also so I wouldn't be tempted to look at other people's stuff, because that's really what I would do, is look at everybody else. But yesterday I was on my iPad, and I have Instagram on my iPad. I forgot that I have Instagram on my iPad because I go on my iPad like once a month. Like I rarely use my iPad. So I went on Instagram and I was looking at everybody. I typed in the whole roster. And that's it. I'm not going to say my opinions, my assessment of anything. I'm just letting y'all know that I did, in fact, go look at what people were looking like. And that's all. I'm back off. I'm not going to go back on Instagram until after I get off stage. I think I told y'all in the last video, like, oh, I'll post updates live on Instagram. I'm not going to be on Instagram until after prejudging. Again, just because I just proved to myself just now that I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted, so I don't want to be right before prejudging. Now, granted, I'm going to see everybody at, you know, the meet and greet and at check-ins, but I just don't, I know myself, and I will be on everybody's Instagram looking at the entire prep that I've missed for the last month. I will be on everybody's Instagram all night long. Okay, sir, what are you doing? Sorry, we have a green arrow. You do not have a cross light, like a pedestrian light. And he's walking across the street. And people are slamming on the brakes, so don't run him over, but realistically, he shouldn't be in the middle of the street anyway. Again, why I'm not going to be monetized. I'm driving on my phone. I am like only like, I think 20 followers away, subscribers away from reaching 500, which is crazy because then I actually can be monetized. I haven't even reached the threshold of like parameters that you have to meet to be monetized. And I remember like the last time I looked at it, because I don't look at that very much because like I don't, like I call myself a faux fitfluencer. Like, yeah, I have affiliate codes, but like I don't like, I'm not doing this to make money or like have influence or grow my channel, right? Like I'm not doing it for that. Like obviously if that happens organically, amazing, but like that's just not what I'm doing it for. So I never check my analytics. Like I never check, like I just don't check that stuff because I just really don't care. I can't be bothered to like do anything to improve it. So the last time I checked my subscribers, I was I'm 200 followers away. I'm not even close to getting monetized. I don't care. And then I saw I'm like 488 or something like that. I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to be making 2 cents a month from YouTube? Amazing. Anywho, but maybe not, because apparently if you YouTube and drive, it won't monetize you. Although this isn't illegal, it's hands-free. It doesn't matter. All that to say, check-ins are tomorrow, so this will be my last video until after check-ins. I felt like I was going to say something, but I don't know. Oh, I'm going to run my routine tomorrow, but that'll be in next week's video, like my response to my routine and how it went. Because remember, I took all those days off. I did the routine on Monday, and I'm not doing it again until tomorrow. I've done the handstand skill twice, like literally exactly 2 times. They were both amazing, impeccable, perfect. So I'm gonna see how it goes. But again, that I actually won't talk about that until next week's video. So unless something happens as usual, if I am halfway through my day today and fighting for my life because I haven't had my 2 rice cakes or anything I feel like I need to talk about, I'll come back. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow for check-ins. Oh, my weighted vest, I don't even know where it is, has a hole in it somewhere. And the stuff in the middle, it's like turf. Oh, there it is. It's like little turf balls. You know that little plastic, they're like, I don't know, beads or tire stuff that's embedded in turf? That's what's in this thing. And I was wondering what was all over my backpack and getting all over my car. I thought it was actually my actual backpack. I thought it was the inner plastic lining breaking. No, it's my weighted vest. So I'm sewing it. I bought a sewing kit actually the other day because I was like, getting ready to pack. And I was like, I need to bring a sewing kit to Columbus just in case I have a suit mishap. And I never took it out of my car. And so today I decided, so y'all can see, anyway, it's just like about an inch long tear in this weighted vest. So I'm just sewing it up so that I can go get on the Stairmaster for 20 minutes. I'm gonna get on the stairs for 20. I'm gonna get on the treadmill for 40. I don't know why this keeps cutting me off, but yesterday I did the stairs for 40, the treadmill for 20, but today I am doing, this might not even stay because I'm not tying it or anything. I didn't make the string long enough because I literally was doing it while I was sitting at the stoplight. Anyway, I just got cardio to do today. Training all day long. I trained 3 camped in the morning. I got 3 in the afternoon. I got check-ins tomorrow. So I'm just doing this hour of cardio. Pretty much, I am doing the stairs, but I'm not going to push the pace. It's just like still kind of like a recovery cardio. Just trying to see like, okay, if this is, let's see how this goes. So that next week, on Thursday, day before the show, we can decide if we're going to do the same thing or if we're not. Anyway, that's it. I got to pee. I'm already half a gallon in. Actually, more than half a gallon. Gotta get through this cardio. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy peak week. Happy check-in day. I have tried to record this clip. Not tried to, I have recorded it. I have recorded this clip. This is now attempt number 4. I just can't gather my thoughts in any sort of cohesive and concise manner, which y'all know I really don't necessarily care about being cohesive or concise. But I also just felt like I wasn't even getting my point across. Like, at least when I ramble, there's something there. Like, I'm saying something. There's a point for the ramble, even though usually at the end of it I say it doesn't matter. Like, usually, like, there actually is a point that I'm sharing all of those thoughts. Again, even if it's not cohesive, even if it's not concise. I feel like today I have not been able to gather my thoughts, so hopefully this will be the one. Ultimately, I'm not happy with my check-in photos. They're really not bad, to be honest. This feels like a lot of drama. They're really not bad as far as my physique goes. I was disappointed that I was 134 even this morning. I was really expecting to be in the 133s, maybe even clear my low, which is 133.3. But I wasn't. But that's not actually the part that was disappointing. My check-ins took 3 rounds of quarters to get, which, just so you know, like how I do my check-ins, I do a video of my quarter turns and I just screenshot the poses. And I normally get it done in 1. And today it took 3 rounds, and honestly, I never even got it right. Like, the photos that I sent, it's like my front shot from this round and my back shot from this round and my sides from this round. Like, I never even got it, and I would have spent more time on it, but I had to go train this morning and I just had to get out of the house. So I ended up going to the bathroom. So I was like a meal and a lot of water and some coffee in. Then I had to go to the bathroom, went to the bathroom, and I was 133.5. I was less than what I woke up at, even though I had already eaten. So again, that's why the scale didn't really bother me, just because I knew I could feel that I was like kind of bloated. But I was just irritated because I felt like I was making posing errors. Like in my front shot on my first round, I just did not turn on my legs. I'm like, my legs are literally relaxed right now. Like, I was not thinking about my legs in any way, shape, or form. So that's irritating. Like, you got to be thinking about every single thing. Then in my second round, like, my front looked better. My back looked amazing. My sides my midsection was like, it was just super weird. I was trying to apply the changes that Sid gave to me, but because I was bloated, like I just could not control my belly, so my midsection looks horrible. Then I did another round, and my midsection looked better, my legs looked better, my back still looked good, but my shoulders from the side, y'all, I'm gonna compare. Actually, my right shoulder from the side looked bad in all three. I'm gonna put a side-by-side, even though I wasn't sharing my physique, I do wanna share the side-by-side of today's right shoulder and yesterday's right shoulder. And this is not a physique issue. This is a posing issue. And that's why I'm upset, is because I'm 7 days out and I'm making posing errors, sloppy posing errors. Why aren't your quads on in your front pose, Andrea? Why? Like, I don't know. I'm just frustrated that it took me 3 rounds to get it right, and I never even actually got it right. If I saw these photos on NPC News online during comparisons, like, because, you know, they put the comparison photos, I would be upset. And again, like, that's what's upsetting to me, but it's also because I've been practicing, you guys. You know I've been practicing posing. I've been talking about how much I've been practicing posing. And to be 7 days out and making posing errors is just frustrating. So again, I look fine. My physique is fine. We're on point. Like, we're where we need to be. We're getting to where we need to be. But I'm just extremely frustrated that I could not get my posing right. Now, I did come back and pose again later, like no longer fasted, and it was okay, but it still wasn't the way that it's been. You guys, I take photos every single day. And today's photos, like, are the ones that are bad. And I don't know why that happens on check-in day. I don't know if it's subconsciously me, like, getting nervous or, like, whatever happens. But it's like, I've already talked about how I always hit these lows. And then by check-in day, like, I'm well above the low. I never hit my low on check-in day. And then now it's like I'm taking photos every single day, multiple times a day. They're all looking amazing. I'm feeling amazing about all of them except for my check-in photos. And it's like, I don't know if I just had a higher expectation. I wanted to be really floored by my check-in photos. And because I'm not, like, amazed by them, I feel let down by them. But I'm also just like, why can't I get it right on check-in day? Like, that's a problem for me because I have to get it right on stage. And it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I'm being really dramatic about it. But at the same time, like, the side shots were just not the business at all. So it is what it is. I just dropped off Reagan at school. I'm going home to get all my stuff. I was like trying to get all my supplements and stuff together, but I had to get her to school. So going home to get my pump, my pre-workout. I think I left my water bottle there too. My water, just all my stuff that I need. I'm going to go run this routine. Hopefully it's amazing. Y'all will hear about it in the next video. But remember, I haven't done my routine all week long. I did it on Monday, and then I said I'm going to take a break until Friday so that I can test out what I need to do next week. Because remember, I leave on Tuesday. So I'm like, if I run it today and it's one and done and it's amazing, I'm going to feel good to just do it one more time and then compete. If it's crazy town, then I'm going to know that I need to find a gym in Columbus so that I can do it, you know, 2 days out or even 1 day out just to make myself feel better. So anyway, like I said, you'll hear about that practice in the next week. But that's what we got, y'all. It's 7 days. I'm freaking out. Like, I just can't believe it's real. I'm super excited, but I'm also just like at the end of my rope right now. Like, I think I needed better check-ins. I already told y'all I was frustrated with how much cardio I was not getting done. Like, I mean, life is just lifing. I'm super busy. I have a 4-year-old daughter. I, you know, have a busy husband. Like, it's just, I'm just at the end of my rope and I need prep to be over. So I'm excited to compete, but I'm also excited to be done competing, at least for now. But yeah, this ends now, obviously. Thanks for rocking with me. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna do what all the Reagan's YouTube videos do. They have a call to action every 5 minutes. All right, guys, we're going to the mall. Hit the subscribe button if you think we should get a pretzel. All right, guys, I have the red shirt and the blue shirt. Hit the subscribe button if you like one of them better than the other one. They're always telling people to subscribe. Anyway, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Next video will I'll take you all the way till I get on the plane in Columbus, or to Columbus. And then my next video will be Columbus up to the athlete meet and greet. And then my next video will be show day. That is crazy town. And I am freaking out. I think that's the name of this episode. I am freaking out.